Should I start?
Don, are you ready?
Hi there, it's Dawn.
Okay, Jackie.
Okay, so I will start. So hi everyone, my name is Jeff, and I'm currently doing my internship at Health Connection and 1 Million Solutions in Health. Today I will give a presentation about how to use social media for both companies, and as well as a standard operating procedures, so SOPs, so how to effectively create some content. So recently I created a cheat sheet for social media, which basically gives you all the steps for all media from the beginning to the end. It should be quite straightforward normally, and it should be pretty easy to understand. So I did Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Google+. So to make it easy, I will share my screen to show you on my screen how to make it. So can you see my screen now?
Yep, we can see your screen, thanks.
Perfect. So I will start with Facebook. So everyone should have a basic understanding on how Facebook works. So here you can see the official web page of 1 Million Solutions in Health, the number of likes, the previous posts. Here you can access to the demographic and the analytics of Facebook. So you can see, for example, the demographic information, the gender of our fans, the age, the location, the language they speak. You can also see when the fans are more likely to be connected. So I'm currently located in Australia, Brisbane. So at my time, the peak of fans connected is at 4 a.m. in the morning, which should be around 2 p.m. Eastern time. So the goal for Facebook when you share some content is not to sell or promote. We rather try to engage our customers by sharing relevant content to the healthcare industry. So if I go back in the post we did in the past, for example, you can see here a post about the benefit of sleeping. So we try to make some content that might engage our fans, make they comment, like, or share our post. So I will go through the SOP now. So basically the steps you have to follow to create a post on Facebook. So it should be pretty straightforward. So the first thing to do would be to ask Dawn to make you administrator of the page of Health Connections and 1 Million Solutions in Health. And then you will have access to this page with all the information, and you will be able to post, share a post yourself. So once you are admin of Facebook, the first step I recommend to do is to create your post on a Word document. So you can create your text, find a picture, and if you have an article that you want to share, you can just copy and paste the URL on the Word page. Once you have done, so it's very important to find a picture as well, since we focus on the visual content. It makes the post looking a bit better, although this one is not very good looking, but still it's always better to have like a picture and some visual content. You can see here it looks better than just having text. So once you came up with a post you can send it to the person in charge of the project. So it might be Dawn, it might be Ashley, it might be Adiola. So whoever is in charge, you can send it to this person. So then you have to wait for the feedback or the approval for you to go ahead and post and share the post. So once the person in charge will give you the green light, you can simply go on Facebook and paste the content of your posts. You can also just paste the URL of the article you want to share. So it will appear here. Then you can simply delete the URL and it will stay. You can also add hashtag, sorry. So healthcare or 1 million solutions in health. So any relevant hashtags would be good to add. When you look for a picture, don't forget to check the copyright. So at the end of the cheat sheet, I've added a link, it's just here, where you can check on Google if the photos are copyrighted or not. So just go there. You can add your research. So for example, if you're looking for a picture with a cat, you can simply write cat. And here, you can look for pictures which are copyright free. So for example, free to use or share. And then normally we'll find pictures with which are only copyright free. So once you have your posts, your hashtags, and your picture, you can schedule the posts. So before I just show you that you have Facebook Insights, which gives you the time when your audience is the most likely to be connected. So for example, for 1 million solution health, for me it was 4 a.m. So I can just schedule my post for, let's say, the 15th of April at 4 a.m. So I'm more likely to reach a larger audience. And once your post is scheduled, you can just schedule it and you have nothing else to do. So that was for Facebook. Does someone have any questions so far, or is it clear?
The only thing I would add, Jeff, is if you just go back to the post, there's this little thing in the middle that says upload image underneath the word Forbes.
Yes.
So let's say you wanted to change that picture and make it a cat picture. You can change the picture and make it whatever you like.
Yeah, definitely you can. You can have a different picture. You can start by uploading the picture, I think. If you just go here, add photo to your post. Let's say, I don't have any picture now. Okay, let's say you want to upload my photo. And then you can just add the URL of this website.
Yeah, actually, if you do it the opposite way, put the URL in first and then change the picture later, then the picture will automatically still link to the URL.
Okay, all good then. And yeah, although in the end, it's also good if you can add a link to the website of 1 million solutions in health, so it still can redirect the fans toward the website if they want to find more about anything. So you can just go on 1 million and add this link at the end of the post as well. Is it clear for Facebook?
Yeah, I think it's great. I think it's really important to, as you did, reinforce the fact that we should have a nice looking picture for everything, because Facebook is all about pictures, and actually in every medium they've proven that pictures draw people's attention, of course, because they're more interesting than just words. So, but great, thank you.
Definitely. And also like try to find an engaging content, like a question or any anything that might encourage people to leave a comment or share. So it's very important to have like a good picture and a good title or like a good question, whatever. So now I can go back to I can go to Twitter. So I think we do have 3 accounts for Twitter, but I only have access to 2. I only have all the information for 2. So that's one. One is in the name of 1 Million Solutions in Health. One is in the name of Dawn, and the last one I'm not quite sure. So I don't want to say anything wrong. So Twitter, it's a bit challenging because you have a word limitation of you have a limitation of 140 characters, and that includes like if you want to add a picture or link, it will take from your number of characters. So you have to be very careful on what you write. And for example, if you add like a link, I think it already uses like 22 characters. So you have to be very concise and very brief when you write a tweet. It's very important to find good hashtags and relevant hashtags. So depending the topic you are posting for, you have to find something not too broad, but something which is narrow enough to be precise. So you can have a look on this website, hashtag.org, where you can find the most trendy and the most searched hashtags. So let's say you post something about, just give me a second. Take some time to load. I do have a slow connection. Here we go. So let's say you're looking for something into healthcare. So you can check if the hashtag healthcare is quite popular. So here we have a graph with the trend of this particular hashtag. So you can see that people tend to post quite a few tweets about healthcare, and you also have the time when people tend to post it the most. So for me, it's 2 p.m., for example. So try to find always hashtags which are not too broad, but are kind of accurate and define your topic. But although like our search, if you find like a hashtag that no one cares about, it's kind of useless. So try to find something not too broad, but still widely searched. So the SOP is pretty similar for Twitter. So first you create your tweet on a Word document. So keep in mind the character limitation of 140. Find a picture. The same process, you can have a look on Google to find a picture which is copyright free. Send the document to the person in charge of the project. Wait for the feedback and approval. And once you have this approval, you can just do your tweet. So yeah, I did one before. So for example, you can say, that's just an example, but 1 Million Solutions in Health is great. Then you have the hashtags OMSIH healthcare. You can add a photo as well. Let's say I have nothing better about my photo. It works. And then you can also add the link of the website. But just keep in mind, everything will use characters and space. So you can see the limitation. You have a limitation of 140 characters. So once you have done the post for one tweet, you can simply log out of one of the accounts and log in to the other one. And then you can just retweet the tweet you just previously did. And yeah, it's fairly simply and straightforward as well. yeah. Any questions?
Jeff, not a question, but maybe just an addition. Maybe we can add this to the SOP as well. We have a Bitly account, and a Bitly takes a long URL and shortens it, and then you're not using up so many characters. So we should probably give everybody access to, or create a Bitly account for everybody to use with social media, and that way it's more like 6 or 8 characters, 10 characters long, rather than 20, 30 characters long.
Yeah, that's right. I think Kevin showed me last time. I would say it depends on the length of your tweets, because if you have a short tweet, it's better to leave the full website, so it's better for the branding as well. So you can have, for example, the whole 1 million solutions in health website. If you are limited by the characters and you really struggle to add the website, then I recommend to shorten the link, because I think if you shorten the link, you have like something like a new URL, which is basically the name of the website you will use to shorten the URL, which is, I mean, I would say not as good for the branding, but it just depends if you struggle to fit your tweet or not, I reckon.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. It's an important thing to think about for branding. You're right.
Yeah. So everything is clear for Twitter, or do you need any clarification? Or can I go to LinkedIn now? Okay, I will keep going. So about LinkedIn, I would say it's the most important social media tool for us, since Dawn has the greatest numbers of followers and connections on it. So it's very important for us to reach the greatest number of professionals and people in general. So you can see here the homepage of LinkedIn, if you're not familiar with. So Dawn has 2 accounts over here, and 1 million solutions in health also has its own page. Yeah, here we go. So here you can see the page of 1 million solutions in health with all the posts we did previously. So about the SOP, it starts always in a similar way. So you create your post on a Word document first. So you create a text, you copy the URL and paste the URL on the Word document. You can also upload a picture as well. And keep in mind that if you share an update on LinkedIn, you have a limitation of 700 characters. So you cannot go above this limit. So once you have created your post, you can send everything to the person in charge of the project, wait for the approval and the feedback. So once you have the post ready, you can go on the home page here. Then you can go and share an update. Then you can paste so your article here and the content. So you'll see that it will appear here as well. I'm not sure if we can change the picture here like Facebook. I'm not sure if we should, if we can just take another one, or if we have to keep the one from the original website. That would be interesting to find out. So once you have the URL, you just copy and paste the post you have come up with. So whatever it is, you can just write it here. At the end, you can add the link of 1 million, same like for a question of branding. And once you are ready to post, just be careful that you will share with the public, not just only for connection. So just leave the public checked here, and then you can go ahead and share the post. So I won't do it now, but yeah. So once the post is shared, it will appear in your newsfeed just like this one. So imagine that's your post. So you can see Dawn Van Damme, and that's your latest post you have come up with. You can go here to share. Then you uncheck share and update because that's you just have done. You can check post to groups. So then you can see you have 3 sections, so groups, title, and detail. So in the group, you have to manually write every letter of the alphabet to see every group don't belong to. So you can just add all of them manually. I think there are 50 groups per profile, which makes in total 100 groups to post in. So you can go ahead and add all the groups here. So once you have entered all the groups, you have to find a good title, a catchy title. And even though details is not compulsory, I highly recommend you to come up with something, a question or some topic, or it could be like a thought of yours. The more you will give, the better it is. So try to come up with something catchy, interesting. Could be a question to engage your audience. LinkedIn has the same kind of objective on Facebook. We don't sell or promote through LinkedIn, but mostly we try to give value to our brands by sharing content that is relevant to the healthcare industry and that will appeal to professionals and make them want to participate and launch debates. And LinkedIn works quite well for us. We always get quite a few replies, and it's kind of interesting to see the different professionals starting conversation with you and exchanging about their thoughts and what they think about particular questions. So it's always good for the brands to create to increase the network. So it's important to come up with something engaging and not selling in LinkedIn. So once you have done the first update, you can go on the official page of 1 Million Searches in Health and do the same post. And then the post will up. Oh. It should appear here normally. But anyway, I showed you the company before. So the same logic, just share an update, copy paste the URL, give your thoughts, ask a question, so whatever is engaging, and see if your network will engage and ask the questions and participate in the debates. So once you have done the post for one profile, you can log in, sign out, and you can sign in with the other profile. So you have every information on the SOP. So the second, you have the 2 accounts here. So you just sign in with the second account and do exactly the same process. Is it clear for LinkedIn?
So Jeff, just to clarify, there's 50 groups in the one account, which is sort of listed as Toronto, and then there's 50 groups at the other account, which is listed as of Boston. And then just so that everyone's clear, there's one company page for Health Connections and one company page for 1 Million Solutions in Health. So you have basically, to do the updates that you just did, you have to do them twice, and then you also have to do them on 2 different company pages. So just so everybody is really clear about that. And if you go up there to the search bar, is it a company do we have to click for, and then like try to find Health Connections for a second just so that we can see it.
I have connection, okay. Okay, here we go. So to share the update is the same process. You just go here, copy paste your post URL, your picture, and then you just same here. You have to check the box all followers to reach the maximum audience. And once you have shared this update, it will just appear in the homepage of your company. So it will just appear here in the updates. And similar to Facebook, you also have analytics. So I haven't used much analytics for LinkedIn, but I think that you can just also find out the best time to post on LinkedIn, the demographic of your followers, of your public. So it's still good to have a look there and see what kind of data you can interpret and analyze. So yeah, thanks Don for the clarification. So you have 2 profiles. You have 50 groups for each profile, and you have 2 companies pages. So you have Health Connection and 1 million.
And maybe just one other point: the Health Connections and 1 Million Solutions in Health are both. You have to be in the Toronto LinkedIn profile to access them. So, and that's the one. Yeah, this one here. We're in the Toronto one right now. And you can see that
this one, so I haven't even checked for the other one, but okay, it's good to know. Any other question for LinkedIn, or is it clear?
That's great, thanks.
Cool. So LinkedIn posts, it's almost similar than sharing an update on LinkedIn. The main difference is that a post will remain on the profile of Dawn. So you can see if I go to a profile here, I can see just below the basic information of her, I can see the post she did. So she came up with 2 posts here. And I can't see the updates. So the posts are more long-term things. They will stay here unless you delete them. So it's something, just something to think about. So unlike the updates, you have unlimited of number of characters on the LinkedIn posts. So you can come up with, if I want, I can just copy paste the whole cheat sheet on LinkedIn and create a post. So I will do it for you right now. So you can just go to Home, publish a post, publish post. So you can simply paste your content, and you can see the way of editing is very similar from our Word documents. You have a bit less options here, but it's basically like a Word document or like a WordPress document. If you have worked on WordPress, it's fairly easy and straightforward. So I'm just waiting to be able to paste my content. I don't know what that counts. So it seems like it takes some time.
Does it want you to write your headline first?
Yeah. So the headline is something compulsory for a post, and it's very important. I would say the picture and the headline are very important for posts, because if I come back to the post you see, you will only see the picture and the headline. So if the headline is not catchy and doesn't accurately describe your post and your topic, it's very unlikely that the right target market will not click on the post and will not, read it. So the headline, I would say, is very important. as well as the picture. So the headline, you can come up with a question. We can come up with whatever you think is catchy, interesting, and will attract the attention of the readers. So this title is actually a good title, I think. It's like a question and a question mark, and I think it's not too bad. So if you copy the title, it will appear here. And then you have your blog itself. I think it works now. Yes. So it doesn't look too good now, but you can do some editing stuff and you can make it look better. So for example, you can add a URL if you want to add a URL here. You can upload more images. You can, I think, add a video. You can pretty much do the same things than Word documents, but you have a bit more, I would say, limited options. So the best thing to do is to come up with like your blog on Word and just copy paste on LinkedIn. And finally, the picture. So as I just said before, it's very important to find something related to the topic, and that will attract the reader's eyes. So I don't have a picture now, but you can just click here and upload whatever you found. And also keep in mind always, be careful with the copyright. So I showed on Google how you can check if a picture is copyrighted or not. So always be careful with that. And in the end, you can simply click on publish to publish the post. And it will appear on Dawn's profile and I think on the LinkedIn newsfeed here.
So I'll just add that our goal is to take all the press releases that we've been doing and we are doing, and to turn each press release into, we need to change it a little bit so the copy is not exactly the same, but to turn the press releases into a post like this. So fundamentally, like you said before, it's kind of like a blog, but it comes off of LinkedIn, and so a lot more people can see it, and it can drive people to, say, oh, that's really interesting, I'm going to give you a call, or I'm going to, connect with you.
That's right, yes. So any other questions for LinkedIn posts or LinkedIn in general, or can I go to Google+?
I'm good.
Okay, cool. So Google+, I think it's pretty much the same idea than Facebook. The only difference is that not many people use Google+. However, it's very important for us to still post on it because Google+ belongs to Google, and it helps for the SEO, so the search engine optimization. When you publish content on Google+, Google will kind of favor it, and it's likely to impact your ranking on Google. So if, for example, you Google healthcare or anything related to healthcare, you are more likely to see health connections and 1 million ranking higher. So it's always very important to post both on Google and Facebook. So just keep that in mind. For the SOP, it's pretty similar from Facebook. So you have to create your content on a Word document, send it to the person in charge, wait for the feedback. Once you get the approval, you can go ahead and share it. So unlike Facebook, you don't have the option to actually schedule the post. So you have to post it right away. So you have to, you write your post, and then you simply click on share. You can add a photo, you can add a link, a video. So it's very similar from Facebook, I would say. You can also come up with some hashtags with Facebook, Twitter, or Google+. I showed you before the website to find the most trendy and the good hashtags. So you can just write whatever you want, you are thinking about here, and see if people actually use this hashtag.
Jeff, does the website show hashtags that are popular for all of like Twitter, Facebook, Google+, or is it only based on Twitter?
Sorry?
Is the popularity of the hashtag only based on popularity in Twitter, or is it on all social media platforms?
It's a good question. I'm not quite sure.
It says right up top that it's based upon Twitter's API, so I would imagine just right, it says hashtag analytics for healthcare presented below for the past 24 hours using Twitter's streaming API.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, but it says here you can upgrade your account for more detailed information and et cetera, so probably it's mostly Twitter then.
Yes, but I would say for having a basic understanding of what hashtags are popular, it's probably enough. So you can just see if like your hashtag is searched on Twitter or not. It's likely to be, I don't know if it will be similar on Facebook or other social media, but if it's popular on Twitter, I think it should be somewhat popular in all social media. So I think it's enough for this for the moment. So that's it for Google+. It's pretty similar from Facebook, I think. The goal, same, we don't sell much on Google+. It's mostly to create engaging content, share articles, create debates for the same purpose, which is to give value to the brand and show our expertise in different fields of healthcare, life science, drug discovery, so whatever the topic is. Any question about Google+?
No question, but just kind of a reminder that let's say someone was sitting down and looking at one series of things. So let's say we did a press release and now you wanted to do all these things. When you put together the Word document, you might think, oh, it'll all be the same. But the key is to have each thing be a little bit different. So maybe on Google+, there's a different picture versus on Facebook, and there's a slightly different headline. So it's just kind of making them all a little bit different so that we don't get penalized from a search engine optimization perspective, and also recognizing that if after a while we start to learn, what our clients or prospective clients like in each medium, then maybe we change it a little bit based upon what we find they like. So for another project, I know we're not doing Instagram, but anyway, I was looking at Instagram yesterday, and I could clearly, I was talking to the person working on it with, and it could clearly see which pictures people like and which pictures people don't like. So you can kind of eventually gear your pictures, your posts, your message, your questions to attract more of your potential audience. So as you learn more, you just kind of figure it out and go from there.
That's right. Thanks, Don. So any other comments about social media? Or I haven't used much Hootsuite. So basically, it's a social media management tool. So you can manage all your social media from this platform. I haven't used it too much, unfortunately, so I couldn't give you much more details. But I just know it's good, kind of like to have like a platform to manage all your media together.
So I'm just going to ask Ashley. Ashley, do we have a separate video on training people on how to use Hootsuite?
Not that I can think of at the top of my head. I mean, it's possible.
Okay, so maybe.
I don't know.
maybe we'll have to put together a WebEx about using Hootsuite. The other thing that I'm thinking about is we also have Scoop.it. And do either of you know if we have a webinar about how to use Scoop.it?
I think I wrote an SOP about Scoop.it previously.
Okay.
In Dropbox somewhere. Not sure if I can find it now, but I think I did before.
So while you're looking for it, Scoop.it is a great way to get content and get ideas for content. So we have 2 different accounts, and each account has 3 different categories in it, or 3 different subjects that we follow. It kind of sends you suggested articles every day, and then you add them to sort of a magazine, so to speak. So I'll let you just take us through it for a minute, Jeff, if you don't mind.
Cool. So that's one of the 3 accounts we have. So on each account, I think now they limit the number of topics to 1 topic. So on the free accounts, you can basically have 1 topic where you can save and create as many articles as you want. So for example, I created this one for the technology evaluation consortium with articles relevant to healthcare and drug discovery, more particularly innovation, life science. So you see here a bunch of articles that comes from the web that we Scoop.it. So basically, Scoop.it will find articles on the web that are relevant to the keywords you will write. So for example, if I use this one, you can see the keywords we have here: R&D, drug development, research and development, clinical trials, drug discovery, companion diagnostics, life science, drug pipeline. So basically, Scoop.it will search on the web every article somehow related to at least one of these keywords, and it will then rank them, if you want, according to the relevance of the website. So if I scroll down, I will see heaps of articles. So some are not very relevant to what I'm looking for. So if I find like an article which is completely irrelevant, I can just okay. So here apparently it's kind of relevant. Okay, let's say this one is not very important for us, so you can simply delete it. And if you see an article that you think is good for you and interesting, you can save it. So you can Scoop it basically by clicking here. So once you click on Scoop it, you will have the article here, and you will be able to add an insight. So it's like a comment or like your thoughts, your impressions, what do you think about the article. So first, obviously, you have to read it, and then you have the option to share this article through social media. However, with the basic account, you can only share it with like 1 or 2 social media. So for example, you would have to make Facebook or LinkedIn manually. If you want to share it through Twitter, you would have to log in into Facebook and then share it manually. But I mostly use Scoop.it to create a database of articles that I think are relevant to healthcare or whatever the topic is. So the article will be saved here, and then you can just click on the article. It will open up in a new window. You will have the URL here, and you can simply do as I showed before through any social media, copy the link, going to Facebook, paste the URL, and then you will have the article appearing here, and you will be able to manually add your comments, add your question, launch a debate, or whatever you want. So personally, I mostly use Scoopit to create a database of articles that I want to use later on. I don't usually share it right away because you can still modify it later on by clicking editing. So here you can create, you can add your thoughts or your question or whatever you think is engaging. And you can later on, if you can save it here, and you can still share it, later, so Twitter or whatever account is connected with Scoopit. And if you find an article, let's say healthcare innovation in Google, you can also directly, let's say, if you want to share this article, you can simply click on it, copy the URL, go on Scoopit, paste it, and you will find the same article on Scoopit. Maybe this one didn't work, but you can. That's a special one. Okay. Let's say the first one might be able to Scoopit. So just copy the link, paste it here. Okay, and here you have the. Is it the same? I'm not sure. Okay. Okay, apparently this one doesn't work. Perhaps because it's at .org.au and with the strange ending in the URL. But normally you should be able to scoop an article from Google if you find an article somewhere else by just copy and pasting the URL into Scoopit, and then you can save it for later and add your comments and share it through social media. So I would say Scoopit is very important and useful to find engaging content. I would say recent articles as well. Anything you think has value for your target market. So Scoopit is very good for it, I think.
So Jeff, I put a link into the chat box to a website that we've managed in the past, and if you just click on that, you should, unless it's been removed, there should be a little Scoopit widget on that website. Yeah. Pardon me? So just
which one?
go into the chat box, and I just sent you a link to a website. Oh, because you're sharing your screen, you probably can't see it. Okay, so just type this in. So www.my- like a little dash, sorry. Diabetes, and then another hyphen, dash, whatever, success.com. And once it comes up, if you go to the lower right-hand corner, you'll see a little Scoopit widget. And so technically, we're then sending updated information. If we're updating Scoopit, then it is updating this information, and people can go see the newsletter that we keep for diabetes. So go down to the right-hand bottom corner, sort of. Yeah, right there. Up a little bit higher. A bit higher. Yeah, right there. So you can see diabetes. Oops, a little bit lower. Yeah, right there. So if you were to, so these are different articles that we've already scooped in the past for diabetes. So if you were to click on it, I think it should take you to Scoopit. No.
Read more?
No. Go over to the right where it says, see, it says Diabetes Making, curated by Don Van Dam.
Yep. Okay.
So just click on that and see if it takes you to, yeah.
That's right.
So again, it's going to show, you know, me, and I haven't done anything since April 2014 or something, so it's old, but you know, that's why we should kind of be putting new content into all 6 of the areas that we track, so that that stuff is updated on websites. So we want to take the other Scoop.it accounts and eventually add them to 1 Million Solutions in Health, and you know, on the appropriate pages, or add them to Health Connections on the appropriate pages.
Okay. Do you want to cover something else? Because I think I said what I have to say for Scoop.it, so I don't know if it's clear or if any question about it.
No, I think it's called an electronic magazine, and what you can actually see is, you know, they want you to share this magazine and get people to keep coming back and seeing what you're curating. And again, it's really to position yourself as an expert. But like it does here, you can link it to, you know, your website, and then you could take some of the articles and you can use those in the blog on LinkedIn, or a blog on your website. So everything eventually becomes circular.
That's the goal for social media, yeah. Putting pretty much everything together. And, yeah.
So did you have anything else that you had on your list to cover today?
I think that's it for me. You should be able to find the SOPs on the Dropbox, on the training materials. I'm not sure if someone uploaded them there, but I mean, I didn't, but perhaps Kevin in the past did, or Ashley, or
maybe you could just double check that they're there, and if not, just create a folder and put it in the folder. That would be great.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, super. So Ashley, do you have any other thoughts or comments about what you've done in social media and what Jeff has shown today?
No, I think he did a pretty good job of covering everything. I feel like it's a very good webinar to watch and be able to follow along and do all the social media posting that we need.
Great. Yeah, no, I think this was fabulous. I mean, there's all sorts of other things that can be done, like you can look at analytics, and you can, you know, you could spend your life on all this sort of stuff. But I think if we can just start to take our press releases and get them out in all the social media, then at least we'll, you know, our goal is to do quite a number of press releases every week. So if we can just share this stuff out there, then that would really help us out a lot. So I'm looking forward to having a bunch of people listen to your webinar, Jeff, and learn a bit more about this, and then jump in and help us out and help us make an impression around the world.
That would be great.
Great. Well, thanks again, Jeff. We really appreciate it. And if anyone after watching this has any questions, just give us a shout, and we'll give you some more details. But I think this is a fabulous tutorial to get people started. And the nice thing is, because it is recorded, you can watch it a couple of times if you don't quite capture the different pieces. And Jeff has done a great job putting together a related SOP that kind of gives you all the steps to it. So thank you so much, Jeff. I really appreciate it.
Pleasure.
Okay, so I guess we're done for today. Thanks so much, both to Ashley and to Jeff. Take care.
Bye. Have a good day.
Bye.
Bye.